Jesus Christ.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second episode so far of the Grim Glow podcast. And boy, today do we have a special treat for you, don't we, Mr. Lethko?
Absolutely. We are working our way backwards with this one, where you had discovered on eBay the Simon Optix, which is a newer take on the old school Simon game. So we figured we would talk about the history of Simon from the original all the way up to the Optix.
Behold, Optic Blast!
Yep. No matter how many times you press those four buttons, there's still a lot of ways to do it and a lot to remember.
I notice the older I get, the worse I get.
Come on!
Could
Oh
this
my
be a
God.
medical problem for later?
I was thinking the same thing. This Optics game really makes you feel stupid. I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna get. Let's skip right into the rage meter, like you wanna.
I mean, I can see that because I struggled hard with the Optics with it, like double tapping whenever I was just trying to get one off. It was tricky.
Right. And in all honesty, it's a very cool concept, but I just feel like they didn't invest enough in making sure that it was accessible the way they thought it was.
Well, the original is like iconic in its simplicity. You've got a large round pad, 4 giant buttons on it, and each button has a light underneath. And whenever you turn it on, your lights will light up, and then one will go off. And of course, you hear the noise. All you do is copy it. And it'll always add one to it. And you just keep going until you miss one.
Right, which again, depending on your level of comprehension and memory that you have, some of those can go on for like, I honestly don't. Have you looked into it, Lethko, about how many stages are in the original?
I haven't looked if it'll go on indefinitely or not, but we can Google that right now. Now that I've lost my game, maybe it was intentional. Maybe I screwed up. So let's look at the Simon game world record.
Oh man, that'd be interesting. I wonder what Tryhard was sitting there being like.
Well, crap, we might have to get political in this episode already, because the most sequences completed in a game of Simon is 100, and was done by R.O.Y.G.B.I.V Eldar of Israel and Rishon LeZion in July 23rd, 2024. Not only did they surpass their previous record, they also made it unbreakable, as the game cannot exceed that level. So 100 sequences is the most that it can do.
Oh, wow. Kind of like the Tetris kill screen type deal. That's very interesting, man. Wow, 100 of them. Do you imagine, how many... I wonder how many buttons you have to press at level 100. You have to sit there and be like, red, blue, yellow, green, red, blue, red, yellow, green.
Well, you have to push 100.
That's insane, man. I mean, I guess it is memorizing one big pattern, but when's the last time you memorize something that's 100 steps, Kudos to that guy.
Yeah, it's incredibly impressive. I mean, this game is such staying power. It's been around, according to Wikipedia, I'm double checking here, in 1978. That was the launch date of this thing, and they're still selling it in Walmart today.
Yep, that is very true. You can go pick one of these original ones up yourself. However, what you will not see is the main one that we're going to be talking about, which is the Optix. But again, let's get back to the history of this. So, who is the target demographic for most of this, Lethko?
Well, it was marketed to kids, mostly teens, if you check out some of the commercials, which we'll totally be checking out later. But that was like the main market was your teenagers, but it had a really broad market appeal. Like I've even seen reports of doctors recommending it in the mid 80s as a tool for older people.
Life Alert is there for you.
Wow. That's I mean, I would honestly say, I mean, that's like 20th century, so it's like, it's not like a 1700s doctor being like, I don't know, put leeches on it. So,
Right.
I'd say it's a pretty good endorsement for a good time period for a doctor to be like, yeah, this might help you lose your mind a little bit less with the dementia, like any bit helps. And that's pretty cool. Honestly, the thought that it might be used in any medical situation kind of seems torturous. Those beeps and everything get to you after a while.
They do. And what's funny is they tried modernizing the game in the mid 90s, I believe. They went with like more of a graffiti looking logo on it. They changed the colors of the buttons, but they kept the sounds the same. But overall, it was still the same game. All they really did is change it to like pastel colors on the buttons.
No, that's a big thing when you're trying to market to a different demographic. Now, you see, it's kind of weird. I have lots of good memories of every time I've ever pulled out a Simon Says game, And that's one of those things to where it's like you pull that out at a party, everybody's gonna like laugh about it, but they're gonna play it.
Yeah, because is it a dirt simple game? Absolutely, but it's also timeless in a way because at the end of the day, it's a basic memorization game. And that's something that's been around for ages, ever since your typical card game where you have to do the match two. That's been around for hundreds of years. So, like, memory games have been around for ages, and this is just like the epitome of it. I mean, the fact that it's been around for 40 years and they're still selling the original version, which, I mean, we'll talk about low-tech reviews. There's not much of these things. Like, back in the day, there was a bit to it just because of the randomizer in there. But nowadays, it's got, like, a tiny little board. The one I got is powered by a couple of AAA batteries. It's got a single LED under the 4 panels, although back in the day, it actually used, like, a regular bulb underneath.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely stood the test of time. And even way back when, they were releasing different versions of it. Like, shortly after the original Simon, they made Pocket Simon, which was not pocketable by any means. It was still pretty chunky.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, it was pretty chunky, but the crazy part was it was a little cheaper than the original Simon, which whenever it came out in 1978, it debuted at $24.95. And if we're looking at the current levels of inflation, that's about $125 today.
Good God.
Imagine dropping that kind of money.
Way. There's no way. That's like that type of money to where you'd be like, oh, Mom, Dad, can I get this? And they'd be like, oh, how much is it? You'd be like, oh, $100. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
But you also got to consider at the time, you didn't have handheld gaming systems. You didn't, the closest thing you had to an actual gaming system in 78, I want to say the 2600 might have been out, which that adjusted for inflation is like $600 today.
Again, I feel like, yeah, your parents are going to tell you to go fuck yourself for that kind of money.
Very likely. But they sold a lot of them.
Yeah, like that, and like when the 3DO came out as well, it was like $700, I think, like in the 90s money, right?
Yeah. But they sold so many of them that by the time you and me were like younger kids, you remember seeing these things in like Goodwill or Salvation Army going for like, $1, $2.
Yep, maybe $5 tops if it was a good condition one, but yeah.
I mean, I remember playing on the original model whenever I was a kid that I have no clue where it came from, but I know that we had one at one point. For this review, I did pick up the original that you heard earlier, as well as an Optix, which, before we get into the Optix, there were a few other models that they did come out with. They had a wild-looking one where the buttons were clear, but they had multicolor LEDs behind them to where the buttons would change colors to mess with you. That's just what you need. I think I showed you that one. You had Simon Flash, which had like the four colors separated. They weren't all in the same unit. I guess they're using either IR or some kind of radio function to communicate.
Yeah, just like what I think the Optix does now.
Right, which, because since we do both have one now, you do realize that we do have to play this in person whenever we meet up, right?
Yep. That means there's definitely going to be an episode where me and him meet up. And there's definitely going to be a main one that we do for that. But granted, the time in between, if we have any other multiplayer things, we're just going to bring them together and we're going to sync them up. Dock them, if you will.
Docking.
Not docking.
So speaking of docking, let's talk to the internet for a little bit, shall we? Because I introduced a segment called Rule 34, where we look at some adult-oriented art of the item that we are reviewing or something close to it. And the internet let me down.
Yeah, one of us willing, one of us unwilling, but yes.
The closest I can find to Simon Rule 34 is Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Which,
and that was awful. Fuck you for that.
It was bad, yes, but it was not what we were looking for. So before we start on the main event, Grim has another idea that we're going to try to do.
Yes, I do. So anytime we don't have Rule 34, I decided, because me and him both are very passionate drinkers of soft drinks, sodas, pops, soda pops, that we'd have a little soda corner.
And today's soda corner is, well, not sponsored, but is featuring, honestly, I believe it's the official drink of Secret Levels.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, the one of the two show hosts of the Secret Levels podcast, their favorite soda is Big Red. So that's what we're going to taste today in honor of Big Red Toby.
And of course, it's his favorite soda because it was created in his hometown, or not his hometown, his home city of Texas. Although it was formed in Waco, Texas, so I do kind of wonder why it's red.
Yeah, that is a good question there. And we do have an actual answer as to where it gets that deep shade of red from.
It's not from the cultists?
Oh no, something that makes Robert F. Kennedy shake in his boots.
Oh boy, food coloring.
Red dye number 40.
Oh my god, that means that in this dystopian future that we live in, Big Red could lose its particular shade of red and it might change to a different color.
It's alright, man. You know, honestly, if they gotta change it to Big Blue, I'm there, dog. They already have a Big Blue. I'll just switch to Big Blue.
I mean, is that what it's called? It's not Big Blue.
Yep, nothing at all like the Secret Levels podcast beer that was made once, limited run by me, and it was Scared Toby Berry flavored.
Well, if we want to talk about some Big Red events closer to us, over in Louisville, Kentucky, May 16th was proclaimed Big Red Day by Louisville Mayor at the time Greg Fisher in recognition of the 80th anniversary of Big Red's introduction in Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow, that's cool. Almost as cool as how in Texas it is seen as the absolute best drink to have with your barbecue.
I mean, it is, isn't it? Not only that, but there is a commercial that we found.
Oh no, no!
Where I honestly thought it was an AI photo at first, and it ended up being a legitimate commercial.
It's one of the most horrible things you'd ever think of. If any other drink did that, they would have lost market sale, but because it's Big Red and it has the support of Big Red Toby behind it, nothing happened to it. But if anybody else put that commercial out there, they're losing sales. I'm sorry.
It was pretty horrifying. So, of course, because it was horrifying, I guess I'll need to share the screen. We're going to enjoy this commercial together.
Oh, no, you can't make me. I won't look at it again.
So what we have here is a 43-second commercial. Hopefully this will work okay, because I am on a laptop. But we're going to check out the Big Red Barbecue bottle. Look at those happy people playing on the water. And we've got a Big Red bottle with a barbecue brisket on the bottom, and they're just taking huge bites out of it.
That is awful. What were they thinking? It looks like they're eating poop out of a bottle, and then they're like a kebab. They have the dog eating out of it. Their lady's got a shit stash. This is horrible.
That was beautiful.
That was awful. I can't believe you made me watch that again. You can't put something good on like AVGN? You're just gonna skip past that? Alright.
Yeah. So, some people claim that the flavor of Big Red is bubblegum. I've never gotten that from it. I thought it was just like a smooth cream soda.
Yeah, me neither. I never felt bubblegum or even cream soda from it.
So I get a little bit of the cream soda. I don't get any of the bubble gum. And since apparently I'm not from Texas, I have no clue what's going on with the whole barbecue connection with it.
Oh, so if you don't get the bubblegum flavor from it, do you just get the cum flavor? Or
I think that's with Big Blue. We'd have to ask a certain extraterrestrial entity about that one. And I'm kind of scared to ask him because he might show me.
Space.
So in 2007, Big Red Limited was purchased by Gary Smith, and looks like he is still the owner of it to this day. Although Dr. Pepper purchased a minority interest of it the next year in 2008, and Dr. Pepper distributes almost 80% of Big Red annually.
Wow.
And if you're not a fan of Big Red, and why wouldn't you be? There are other variants such as Big Red Zero, Retro Big Red Vanilla Float, Big Honey Lemonade, Big Blue, Big Pineapple, Big Peach, and Big Manzana.
Yep, which is Big Apple, by the way, for those non-Spanish speaking people out there. Manzana is apple.
I would be one of those. Apparently, they used to make Big Orange, which I don't remember, Big Punch Fruit Punch, and sugar-free Big Red Vanilla Floats.
Man, I'm almost mad. I want to taste those, man.
I mean, anything's available on eBay if you look hard enough.
You know, I even feel like if it's like a Nuka-Cola quart situation and it like makes my pee glow, I want to try it.
So, is there anything else you want to go over about with Big Red before we start on our main event?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the flavor.
Oh, bubblegum. That I don't taste.
You mean cum?
Mmm.
No, in reality, apparently it gets its actual flavor from a little bit of orange and lemon oil that's mixed in with cream soda. So it does have a very distinct kind of very, very slight citrusy taste on top of a cream soda. And it's very nice, always very refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, you'd almost be un-American.
Yep, you'd have to be a big red or something.
You'd think a guy with a big red beard would enjoy a big red soda every once in a while.
Well, he does. Toby loves Big Red. It's all he drinks.
I thought he was drinking Big Blue.
Well, he only does that on the weekends when he's alone.
Granted, he was drinking Big Blue with the back mouth, but you know. Tasty.
Yeah, I love the original simplicity of the design.
I did not realize the original name we didn't talk about yet, but before it was called Big Red, it was called Suntang Red Cream Soda.
Yeah, hell of a name right there.
Right? I wonder if the Wu-Tang Clan drank it.
Yeah, and apparently they changed the name to Big Red after one of the guys who made it heard two golf caddies, or it was either two golfers or two golf golfer caddies talking about how, oh, it's the Big Red, just the Big Red instead of the Suntang Big Red cream soda.
I think the name Big Red's definitely more marketable. I wonder if those two golf guys ever got paid.
No. You
Thanks,
know,
assholes!
could you imagine if nowadays it was called Suntang?
Oh man, maybe Texans would be even more into it. Give me some of that suntang with my brisket.
No, they definitely would be like, Suntang, that sounds Chinese. Get it out of here.
Oh jeez.
All right. That's it for the soda corner. Pour it back in.
So because it does sound like it's coming from China, are you saying that you should have a Big Red with some ice?
Yeah, what are they gonna call it next? The Rojo Gigante.
Oh no. So before we start on the main event, we do have some commercials of Simon that we've looked up, and they are very interesting. So I'm going to get them pulled up right now. So what we're looking at right
Whoa.
now, we have an 80s I wouldn't say hair metal as much as I would maybe pop band, and they're singing about playing Simon, and we've got a female singer as well. She kind of looks like Sensational Sherry from wrestling, to be honest.
All I'm gonna say is I feel like this is what Aerosmith was talking about, except both ways. Dude looks like a lady looks like a dude.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. And it could be the low resolution, but the lady looks like well, the guy told her no, if you know what I mean. Of course, now we got the little kids playing at the table. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go back. As a drummer, I gotta go back. I want you to look at the drummer and listen to the music real quick, okay? It's
Wow,
not
he wasn't
even
even playing.
close.
He wasn't even playing.
Like, I don't know what he was doing, but it wasn't even close. Though now we've paused on a very angry looking redhead.
That kid has no soul, dude.
Oh, well, he is a redhead. He is staring whoever he's playing down, going, nah, you're not beating me. Not today. Hey, Simon says go longer and faster.
Go longer, faster.
Maybe we are going to work Rule 34 in here. And no matter what you do, you'll be the master. Oh, by the way, batteries not included. Funny story behind that. Batteries are included these days.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy the normal Simon game at Walmart, it does indeed come with batteries.
But yeah, I literally remember seeing these in basements, attics, those types of things. That's where you'd find this type of Simon.
Yep, and this one here was before my time. Like, I played it, but I never saw this commercial. So this particular commercial was before my time, but we're getting ready to start commercial number 2. And now the music's gotten heavier. We've got
shit.
Johnny, and like he's ready for some serious business. He's just
Dude,
ripped off
took his jacket off, handed
his
it to
denim
his
jacket.
It was a jean jacket too, wasn't it?
Yeah, his denim jeans jacket. And I'm pretty sure like the chick he handed it to came right away.
Yep, she was pretty happy about getting that jacket. She's like, "Oh, Johnny."
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Fruit Gusher commercial after this. I want you, Simon. Up now, it's only one player though. Now, originally we had a bunch of kids around the table all playing it. Now it's just a bunch of kids watching this one kid play it.
It's a little voyeuristic, you know. Yep,
Yeah.
him and his little boo thing's gonna go play on the playground now.
Oh, I wonder if his name's Simon too.
It's Johnny, you fool. You forgot already.
Give it to me, Simon.
Simon.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the name wrong.
Who's Simon?
Man, and after that, her eyes might look like the eyes of the chick in the first commercial. But now we have our next commercial up. And now we're starting to get into the 90s. Although the design of the unit is still the original design, with the blue switches and the buttons. But the music is definitely more 90s.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep, we've got a collage of kids playing this one. These kids are a bit older than the other ones. Like, I would say these
Wow,
are like early teens.
were things written on the panels? Go back.
I
Like
don't,
letters are on the panels.
I don't think so, but let's look real quick. Nope, they're just showing the colored words that they're saying in the commercial.
Oh, you know what? They have a shape cut out. That's
Hmm.
what it is. Okay.
And that kid says it is
Wow.
indeed intense.
Yeah, because it's the 90s. It's gotta be intense. Gotta be extreme.
But if you think that version was intense, now granted, they're still using at this point the old molds and old hardware for the game. Now I believe this next commercial is where they're going to change it up to the more modern version, although not modern what they have today. They've regressed to the old original logo, but they had a graffiti logo version with different colored buttons, and we're getting ready to check that out. Oh, and we've got the graffiti pulling itself off the wall to face off against the kid who's playing them.
It was pretty cool.
They've changed the colors of one button. The green one is now the purple one, and I gotta point out it's in a translucent shell, which was the big thing back then. Remember the N64 and your Game Boys being in a
Right.
huge number of translucent shells.
Yep, that atomic purple, man. You can't beat it.
Yep, and Simon did that as well, and that is indeed atomic purple for the button color change that they did. You still got the blue, red, and yellow, but the green they changed to atomic purple. Now I almost kind of want to grab one of these off eBay. Interestingly enough, though, they're still using the same switches and 3-button combination that was used on the original. So the center panel uses the same hardware. The modern version does not. The modern version only has a power button and your 4 colored buttons. You get the Raz.
You get the Raz. Nobody says that.
I'm gonna bring that back in my modern vocabulary, dude. You got the Raz.
You're gonna get the Raz, buddy. Oh shit! He transformed into a demon, dude, and it sucked his soul onto the wall.
Yeah, apparently, if you can
Holy
beat the
shit.
computer, you go on the wall.
Who knew the stakes were so high?
So that was all of the commercials for the original Simon, which brings us to the 2017 release of the Simon Optix. And if you thought the VR headsets were cool these days, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, these optics things, it's like they're so cool, but at the same time, they're really not. But they try so hard in the commercial to make you think they are just so cool looking.
Indeed, although I feel like the commercial, along with the packaging for the unit, should have came with the epilepsy warning.
Probably, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
So I suppose before we go into our details here, we will check out the official Simon Optix commercial from Hasbro Gaming, which it starts out with a bunch of people wearing, it looks like blacklight reactive bodysuits. All of them wearing their Simon Optix, which is a skinny headset that has a clear glass panel. Well, it's not glass; it's plastic. But they're getting ready to get down with it.
We have a bunch of random people all in black hoodies with them on.
And we were talking about the Waco cults earlier. These people are wearing all black.
Except for when the darkness gets pulled upon them.
I wonder if they drink Big Red. It's funny how they switch from the completely dark thing to the lit thing. So this version of Simon can be done in multiplayer. You can have 2 units, like we had discussed earlier, that you can sync. And apparently you can sync more than 2 if you have more than 2. Although if you find a second person to play this, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, no kidding. And on top of that, you also have to look at each other and be facing each other during the ordeal.
That won't be awkward at all.
Nope. Not when you're looking at each other so intensely through the glass, putting your hands in front of your face, doing all these wild swipes. No, it's okay.
I mean, I guess if you have a third one of them has to sit in the cuck chair.
I don't think there is 3 players. It's just 2.
Believe it or not, I looked at a tutorial on YouTube on this, Yes, you can have like 5 players.
What? Why?
So you can all stand in the line and redo the commercial.
So never mind. I guess you don't have to be facing each other then. That must be the case.
You have to be in front of each other to sync the unit. And then after the units are synced, you can add additional ones after the initial one. But you have one master unit, and then the rest of them are slave units.
Wow. Well,
But
I'm gonna have to be the master because I ain't no slave.
master of puppets and puller of strings. Well, you're not going to be able to play long enough to listen to Master of Puppets, that's for sure, because this is a lot more difficult than the original Simon, and it's due to the hardware. And this is where we get into the low-tech reviews.
Yeah. So for starters, I would like to lodge a complaint. My head is too fucking big for this thing, and it hurts to put it on.
It hurts to wear for any extended period of time because the entire thing, you've got hard plastic on your left and right hand side. The front side has a piece of looped rubber that gives a little bit in your head, and that's it. And then you have a hard plastic strap that you have to tighten. It only tightens on one side, though. That's your adjustment.
Right.
And it don't feel good.
No. My whole life I've been told I have a big head, and I know I have a big head. So for me, I almost called all this off, but I suffered through it and just put it around my head, and it hurt the whole time I use it. My head is so big, it hurts when I use this thing.
And whenever I wore it, I noticed I wore it a little higher on my head than they do in the commercials, and it seemed to help the pain a little bit. Plus, it seemed to still be playable, and I could still see the maneuver, because if you look through the plastic lens, it's a very, very foggy look. And it's probably due to all the texture they put into the plastic in order for the light to actually push through.
Perhaps. But either way, like I said, this thing is literally a headset. And Lethko, why don't you pull up that very awesome eBay listing of this product and tell all these people what it doesn't do?
Oh, well, this eBay listing's absolutely fantastic. Let me get that pulled up real quick. Funnily enough, they have in the listing 2016 as a launch date, even though the actual launch date that I found online has been 2017. Let me screen share for you real quick. So what we have on this eBay listing for $5 whole, you too can buy your own Simon Optix, which is fashionably set on a mannequin head, which hopefully will be the thumbnail for this episode. $6.34 for shipping, so it's going to cost you more to have it shipped to your place than it will to actually purchase this thing. You too can experience the ultimate fun with Hasbro's Simon Optix, the wearable Simon Says game. This game is perfect for all ages and provides hours of entertainment. That's a lie. The game includes a headset that allows players to listen to music, take calls, and stay connected while on the go.
And it does none of that whatsoever.
With its sleek design and advanced technology, this game is a must-have for anyone who loves electronic games. The game features multiple modes, making it exciting and challenging every time you play. It's a perfect gift for family game nights, parties, or just a fun night in with friends. Get your hands on this amazing game today and join the fun. It is not a Bluetooth headset.
Nope.
Or if it is, they've made it further than I have. I guarantee you're not listening to music in this thing either.
Yeah, what level do you unlock Bluetooth connectivity at, man? I gotta...
I didn't even see a Bluetooth chip on this thing when I took it apart.
Of course there wasn't.
That's a highly power-efficient chip if it's running off of 4 AAAs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, it's gotta play music, so...
I just love the fact that they put this thing on the creepiest mannequin head they could find.
You know, and I honestly wish it was true. I wish this thing did do some of those things, but it doesn't do any of that.
So, listeners, if you're wanting to purchase this particular item we're looking at, you gotta get on eBay. And look, well, if you search for Simon Optics and start scrolling, you find a mannequin head. Good job, you're there. But it's John Boy 2005-3 that's selling this, but he is away until June 30th, 2025.
We have to cut that out, you fool. We can't.
No, it's staying in. I don't care.
We cannot do.
Yes, we totally can. I want a listener to go and I want them to buy John Boy's Simon Optics. That way they can tell us about the Bluetooth connectivity in
it. Yeah, because we would buy it, but we already have them.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to buy a second one just to see what's going on with it. Or if the mannequin head is included.
I can't believe how desperate this person is to sell it, that's their thing. They're like, oh, you could take calls, you can listen to music on it.
Like, I want to message the guy, but I don't want to ask about, like, the Bluetooth or stereo functionality. I just want to ask if the mannequin head's included.
Oh, that's a great idea, dude.
Because the mannequin head is in almost every photo of this thing.
I'll tell you what, Lethgo. If we can get that guy to give us with the mannequin head with that, we should definitely buy it. And when we release our 15th episode, we will sign the mannequin's head and we will send it to somebody for a reason. We'll figure something out, but...
Are you still viewing my screen right now?
Yes.
Cool. Just want to be sure. Just before I send this.
So, we'll have a little giveaway with this eventually when we get there. It'll be a deep cut, but for sure it'll be there. I'm definitely gonna have to cut out all my coughing, but...
Oh, you're good. I think I'm gonna censor the name of our podcast.
This guy's gonna get this and like, what the fuck?
It's happening. The message has been sent. Hello, we have featured this item in our podcast and was wondering if we could get the item with the mannequin head.
Hey, at least we're honest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I want the mannequin head. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. At the end of this show, whenever we finally wrap everything, I'm going to have a tote full of stuff from this show for memories, and one of the items in that tote, I think one of us is going to get a mannequin head.
Yep. And here's the thing: if we do get this mannequin head, we will most certainly do a little giveaway for it, and it'll be signed by both of us.
The game, the head, or both?
Just the head, but it'll come with the optics thing.
Oh my god, that head is balder than I am.
Fuck yeah, dude. There's plenty of real estate, dude. I got a sloppy signature. This will be great.
So we will get back with you on a future episode if this guy even replies to us. I think if we give one of these away, we have to throw in a mannequin head now.
And the good thing
just
about
in case
all
he
of
says
is,
no.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to be paying the next $20 for a mannequin head. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. It's got the Toby cowboy hat. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna... Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay,
the long neck mannequins? No way. That's creepy.
So, we're getting off track. We gotta get back on. But while we are recording, even though it says the seller's away, I am going to keep a tab for eBay up and running just in case this guy somehow replies before the end of the episode.
That would make my fucking day.
Oh, that would be amazing. So onward to the optics. We've talked about our first problem with it was that it's not really comfortable to wear, but then the gameplay itself is kind of glitchy. Grim, what was your experience with it?
I couldn't get past level 3, man.
Yeah, same here. I honestly struggled to beat level 2. I think I only beat it once. And part of the problem for me was the way this thing works, you have to wave your hand over the section where it lights up. Well, a lot of times it would detect one wave as a double tap, and I would immediately fail.
Yep, and that's not even the least of it, man. They had a lot of real estate in that headset to spread the LEDs out, and they didn't do it. They kept them clustered together. They have green on the right, and then I think it's yellow, red. No, red's on the opposite side of green.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
so
got blue and yellow like grouped up in the front.
yeah, and then red's on the far left side, green's on the far right side, and then in the middle you have yellow and blue. But they clustered them together, and it's at they're very close together. So when you go to press one, the likelihood of you pressing the other is 50-50.
Yep. And on top of that, just turning the thing on, if you are subject to epilepsy, it'll be seizure procedure time because it flashes all of these LEDs in your face very, very quickly.
Yep, there is no exaggeration about that. Honestly, I'm willing to bet that's probably why these didn't sell so well, other than the fact that they're made for people with tiny heads.
Yeah, it's a good chance why you don't see them on store shelves anymore. And on top of all that, even changing the batteries is kind of weird in this thing because you have to change batteries on the left and right side of the headset.
Yep, so you're definitely going to need to get your parents involved if you're a kid.
Yep, and it's not just the clip-on battery covers. There's a screw involved, so you do have to pop the screw out to access the two AAA on one side and two AAA on the other, which this thing takes like a lot of batteries for what it is. Like, at the end of the day, it's just like a few LEDs with some motion sensors.
Yep, that is absolutely true. It is still very simplistic. And it does have a little thing to where it's like, oh, this color means you're going to play a single player game. This color means you're going to play a multiplayer game. And, basically you have to read the instructions and stuff like that. There's no, like, words or anything like that.
And they did the same thing with scoring, too. To figure out what you scored, they'll blink a certain light, and every blink for it will be 1 point. But then a different light will be 10 points.
Wow, I didn't even know that. I was so disenchanted with this thing, and it hurt my head so bad that I didn't use it too awful much.
I wouldn't have known if it weren't for the fact that I did read the manual.
Right. And I even had my lady try it out, and she also, because her head, it fit around her head. And
okay.
she tried playing it, and she also came to the same conclusion that we did, that where it's like there's poor error correction for that, like everything's so tightly closed together that you can easily make the wrong mistake even though you know which color you want is correct.
Yeah, and I'm Googling something real quick, but I believe that they could have. Oh, yeah. The Oculus Rift came out in 2016. It had the motion tracking and everything, too. So the technology was there for smooth motion tracking way back then. And they just obviously cheaped out in that part. I'm actually trying to see now what the actual price was whenever it came out. I did not see the optics in the original Wikipedia article. Game is available on Amazon, but don't tell me the original price. That's unfortunate. If you were to buy one now, oh my god, okay, do not buy it on Amazon. Gotcha. So on Amazon, you can get a 2-pack of these for $78.81.
And there's only one left in stock. You better order now.
Or just buy 2 of them on eBay for like $5 each. And maybe get a mannequin head with it. We have not talked about customer reviews.
Oh my god, dude. Let's see.
There's a lot of people rating this thing 5 stars.
They're fucking bots.
Yeah, kids had a blast playing this game. Adults not so much. 4 stars. Okay, I can see that because of the whole head thing. My girls enjoyed playing this game. It's quite loud. You can turn it down, but each time it powers off, it resets at the loudest setting. It's easy to follow, but can give a person a pretty nasty headache from the band squeezing your head and the flashing lights that are only about 2 inches from the face. Yeah, that mirrors most of our complaints.
Yeah, literally.
It was easy to put in challenge mode, but never got to test it since one of the headsets had a defective sensor on the green light and couldn't be played. It was returned and we didn't order a replacement. While the kids had much fun playing, we adults did not have much fun hearing it.
Said every adult ever.
He's being very generous, giving it 4 stars, considering the fact that it was defective upon receipt.
Hold on. Is that a video?
Yes, it is.
We have to watch that.
Yeah,
Put it on now.
I suppose we do. Here we go. Oh my god, it's like a skinnier version of me.
Whoa, his is white.
Yeah, they released a black and the white version. Okay, how is he getting the yellow to trigger perfectly every time?
He's a punk ass bitch, that's how.
I call shenanigans, considering the fact that we both got separate units off separate eBay sellers, miles apart, and both of us have the same issue. I want to see some 1-star reviews.
Yeah, because we're salty boys.
Yep, and well, we're not reading that first. You might be able to read that first one. I can't. We're gonna go down this third one because their complaint is flashing lights in your face, and I'm here like that. Yeah, I purchased this game thinking it'd be a fun, interesting way to play Simon. What I didn't realize is that this is a light you wear as glasses. The light flashes and you follow the pattern. I think a flashing light half an inch from your face is not good for anyone, especially those with epilepsy. Yes. Although I would think
that's the title of her thing. Flashing lights in your face.
Only one headset worked, so that seems to be a common complaint.
Imagine getting that for your grandson for their birthday.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd be pissed. Be like, Grandma, I want a refund.
Difficult to figure out. Still haven't played with it much. Have had it for 2 months. I had more fun with the older version. Yep. Doesn't work. Couldn't make it work. So a lot of these people complaining that they didn't work. Maybe we should be thankful that ours were at least partially working.
Yeah.
Here we go. I got them. Unfortunately, one of my headsets didn't work.
Bulky, uncomfortable to wear, not always responsive as it should be. Santa brought this, so it couldn't really be returned. Lesson learned.
One of the headgear did not work. That's like a common complaint. My kids love playing with them, but it doesn't fit the adult's head and it messes up when we are doing the correct section. Yep, that was pretty well our complaint. So moving to 3-star. Fun, but sizing can be an issue. Again, a lot of people complaining about the head size. A lot of people surprisingly complaining that the units are not shipping in a regular box, but they're shipping in like a blank shipping box.
I mean, there's a lot of folks complaining about that.
Fun but steep learning curve, somewhat confusing at first. Not as good as the original, hard to play.
Brown box.
I mean, at least it's not labeled, so porch pirates aren't as interested in it. Or maybe you want to set this out for porch pirates to steal. It's like, yeah, joke's on you.
Yeah, that'd be the one thing you'd be like, yeah, whatever. But not if you paid like $70-something for it.
Yeah, get them off eBay, not off Amazon. Going to 4-star. We've read a few of these already. I love it. Fun times, a little hard to get used to. Definitely more fun doing with 2 people. Well, yes, it is. We will have to try it with 2 people in the future. Cool, but hurts head. My boys enjoy playing this. Surprisingly, none of these Amazon reviews were talking about the lack of Bluetooth connectivity.
Yeah, or the lack of being able to accept calls or play music. Weird.
Yeah, if you look at the size of the box, I don't see how they're getting the mannequin head in there either, unless it's inflatable. So it was definitely an interesting attempt to change the basic gameplay of Simon, but ultimately, the original vastly outlived this thing. Although it was interesting to grab and try out and play with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all I feel like, is like, it was a good learning experience to kind of be like, oh, yeah, those, that weird time period to where people were just starting to get into VR stuff, and it seems like it was very much so riding on the wave of that, and that person's eBay listing doesn't help with that fact, but that's besides the point.
But yeah, it was definitely came out in the same era if the first Oculus came out before Facebook bought them. They switched over to Meta and all that. But like I said, if it was in the aisle at Walmart back then and the price was right and it caught my eye, I might have been tempted to pick it up if the price is right. And we're talking like sub $20.
Right. And honestly, I'm still gonna go on a limb here and I'm gonna say, like, that Simon Optix one. Imagine that being sold at the store, Like, I can't. It's just such a dumb thing that it's just like, who would have really thought this is a great idea to put in the store, Especially with epilepsy. That was like well after people started worrying about epilepsy, Since the early 2000s, they've been putting warnings at the beginnings of video games. Be like, oh, if you have epilepsies or a history of seizures, know that this game can trigger them, basically, And it
Yeah.
just didn't matter.
And I'm kind of shocked that it was even brought out as is, because whenever I first had seen it, I thought that it wouldn't be flashing as hard as it was. I thought you'd have like almost a fade in for the colors. And I think I have found the original price.
Christ, that's way too much for this.
Yeah, I believe the original price for this thing was $44.95. I'm looking at now on Walmart.com. It is, of course, out of stock, but it looks like it was $44.95. So, yeah, even if it caught my eye back then for $45, no, that's almost the price of a full video game.
Yeah, that is far beyond worth it, honestly. Like, if it was like $15, maybe, but 40? Hell no.
Because I was thinking $20, but like 45 is a little insane. The Simon game as a wearable headset. Oh boy. Specifications: color, multicolor. Yes, it did come in black and white. No warranty information. Ingestion hazard though, because had batteries in it. Okay, the customer reviews in this one are a bit closer. 3.4 out of 5. Who would think that Walmart would be more accurate than Amazon?
Whoa, what's the seniors one? Censor shit.
Old man Simon. It's funny how Walmart pushes the 5-star reviews up to the top, though.
Of course they do.
Simon glasses. There we go. Confusing. My son seemed confused the entire time using this toy. Does not seem age appropriate. He didn't seem to be enjoying it. Very hard for my 8-year-old. Well, I bet. He's probably passed out on the floor drooling now thanks to all the lights. Good job.
Yep.
I want to argue with this reviewer right here. The volume is not very loud. I call shenanigans.
That's a lie, dude.
So I'm going to put this up to the mic and I'm going to just power it on. I mean, that's plenty loud for a kid's toy. Fun toy to play with friends. It was a challenge. Sensors could use more accuracy. So a lot of these people have the same complaints we had. The headgear was too big for my daughter's head. I had the opposite complaint.
Yeah, no kidding.
Most kids seem to struggle with this, quickly moved on to other things.
It's too heavy and falls off. What the hell? Tell your kid to, like, I don't know, lift his fucking neck up? Jeez.
I mean, are you putting it on a 2-year-old?
It's a fucking newborn baby. The fucking Simon, it's just strapped to a fucking wall.
Okay,
Simon
little
Optix
one, time to work on your memorization skills.
Oh my god, dude. That's a bleak picture I just painted.
Oh no, fun to use but a little dizzy. Good in theory. This is trying to grab the VR crowd. It is not easy for my 7-year-old to figure out. I feel like 7 might be a bit too young.
Perhaps. I feel like when I was 7 or 8 years old, I would have been able to handle that.
The box says age is 8+. I almost feel like maybe 9 or 10. Start them out on like the original Simon. That way they don't have flashing lights in their face. Make sure they're not epileptic before you strap a headset in their face and power it up.
There's a lot of people complaining about 7-year-olds, man.
Yep. Coordination training. This is fun and educational game for individual kids, but 3 out of 5. Interesting. Hit your head.
It's your head.
7-year-old son likes it, but seemed overly sensitive.
What the hell does that even mean?
How many people have 7-year-old kids that bought these things?
Apparently a lot. I mean,
Oh
that
my
is a recurring
gosh.
thing. I think we've seen it 4 or 5 times already.
Yeah, and like these kids would be like 15, 16 years old today. I wonder if they're still playing on their Simon Optixes. Highly doubt it. Easily adjustable. Bullcrap. Different twist on the original Mom Wants More. Hello.
Mom wants it to vibrate too.
Oh man, I wonder like is it a bedroom activity thing? Because you could like wear it on your head.
What? What?
Is it the mother wearing it or the father wearing it? Or maybe both of them.
What?
That's fine.
What is that gonna do for you?
It's fine. You got your Simon Optics in one head and the condom on the other.
Yeah, be like, yep, try and play it on this one. Try and play it while I'm railing you, sweetie. Okay.
That's how you're getting your timing and your groove down. You gotta do it with the lights. Do it with the lights off, baby. I love it with the lights off. You just think I'm ugly. Oh god. That went off the rails quick. So, before we wrap this up, I believe most of the people online are agreeing with our assessment of it. Headset's a little too tight. Sensors don't always work right.
Yep. And it ships in a brown cardboard box.
And you're going to be wearing it whenever you're plowing her box.
Whenever you're rubbing your boxes together.
Oh, I didn't consider that one.
Well, you know what that means now, don't you, Mr. Lethgo?
Is it time to hear some news?
Sure fucking is.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, to usher us in, I got a hell of a story for y'all, courtesy of the AP News of New Zealand. Here's the headline. Australian woman on trial for mushroom murder of in-laws says she was trying to fix a bland lunch.
Ooh, this one sounds like bland turned spicy.
Before Erin Patterson's in-laws and their relatives arrived at her home for lunch, she bought pricey ingredients, consulted friends about recipes, and sent her children out to a movie. Then the Australian woman served them a dish containing poisonous death cap mushrooms, a meal that was fatal for 3 of her 4 guests.
Oh no. Did she not recognize him?
She almost got the squad wipe, dude.
Multi-kill.
She definitely got the multi-kill. Whether that was Patterson's plan is at the heart of a triple murder trial that has gripped Australia for nearly 6 weeks. Prosecutors in the Supreme Court case in the state of Victoria say the accused lured her guests to lunch with a lie about having cancer before deliberately feeding them toxic fungi.
Hold up.
Holy shit!
How does those two equate? Hey, good news, bad news. I'm gonna die of cancer, but I made dinner. Come
Hey, I'm
on over.
dying of cancer. You want to come eat?
I mean, I'm dying, so we might as well die together. I mean, no, it's fine.
Yeah, right. Wow, man. I don't know what to make of that.
Holy
But her
shit.
lawyers say the tainted beef Wellington sir. Oh, hold the fuck on. But her lawyers say the tainted beef Wellington she served was a tragic accident caused by a mushroom storage mishap. She denies murdering her estranged husband's parents, Don and Gail Patterson, and their relative, Heather Wilkinson.
How is a storage issue whenever they're death cap mushrooms? It's not like you're gonna keep the death cap mushrooms beside like the edible mushrooms. Yeah, salt, pepper, arsenic, all right there.
Nah, dude. I mean, she clearly she accidentally put the death cap next to the shiitake, and she just accidentally used the wrong one, dude. Leave her alone.
Yep, I still say she felt since she was dying, everyone else should die with her.
But here's the thing: she doesn't have cancer, though.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, she
She just
lied about having the cancer, so she doesn't have cancer.
she just is a cancer. Okay.
Yeah, and then she just decided to kill her estranged husband's parents.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not good enough for
crazy.
your son. You're not good enough for me. And killed him. Wow.
That is
The mother of two
insane.
also denies attempting to murder Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, who survived the meal. In a rare step for a defendant charged with murder, Patterson chose to speak in her own defense at her trial this week. On Wednesday, she spoke publicly for the first time about the fateful lunch in July 2023 and offered her explanations on how she planned the meal and didn't become sick herself. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like mushrooms in my food. You all go ahead.
Yeah, I'll have the beef Wellington with the mushrooms removed.
It was intentional. There's no way.
This bitch is lying.
There's
Allegedly.
no way. I mean, Gordon Ramsay would be having a field day.
He'd have been like, what is this, amateur hour? You keep your fucking shiitake next to your death caps? You fucking daft.
You donkey!
You fucking donkey, you're supposed to kill all four of them. You didn't use enough death cap.
he puts the beef Wellington, he's holding the two halves between her two ears. Say it! I'm a shit sandwich!
All right. So
I don't think anything I have can top that one, but I'm going to attempt to. All I've seen is a headline. I do have screen share turned back on. She forgot. Florida woman allegedly hid several syringes in a bag of fentanyl.
Let go. What are you doing?
Reading
It's
a
not over
headline.
yet.
Oh, it's not. Oh my god. Okay. So, my bad. I thought that it was complete and the trial was ongoing. Please continue.
No. So here's the next thing. Adding more mushrooms to a bland meal. No one disputes that Patterson 50 served death cap mushrooms to her guests for lunch in the rural town of Leongatha, but she says she did it unknowingly. Patterson said Wednesday she splurged on expensive ingredients and researched ideas to find something special to serve. She deviated from her chosen recipe to improve the quote bland unquote flavor.
You didn't tell me that her photo is well, like she looks guilty just from the photo. Like, look at that.
You're so curious, you looked it right up.
Look at that. She's all like, I didn't do it.
She believed she was adding dried fungi bought from an Asian supermarket from a container in her pantry, she told the court. Now
Jesus.
that I think, okay, this is all quoted. Now that I think that there was a possibility that there were foraged ones in there as well, comma, end quote. She told her lawyer, Colin Mandy, Patterson had foraged wild mushrooms for years, she told the court Tuesday, and put some in her pantry weeks before the deaths.
So she knows
Okay.
what death cap mushrooms look like. She's experienced at getting mushrooms, and she's still like, yeah, I'm gonna take these home with me.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That most certainly is a little weird. The accused says she shouldn't have lied about cancer. Patterson, who formally separated from her husband, Simon Patterson.
Wow. Well,
he was pushing her buttons, dude.
I mean, I guess we killed the optics game. It's time for someone else named Simon to die.
Simon Patterson in 2015 said she felt hurt when Simon told her the night before the lunch that he wasn't comfortable attending. Yeah, and you know what? It saved his fucking life.
Right?
She earlier told his relatives that she'd arranged the meal to discuss her health. Patterson admitted this week that she never had cancer, but after a health scare, she told her in-laws she did.
Dude, there's no way this was not intentional.
Yeah. You know, I imagine she probably wanted to kill him and his family, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In reality, Patterson said she intended to have weight loss surgery, but she was too embarrassed to tell anybody and planned to pretend to her in-laws that she was undergoing cancer treatment instead, she said. What a piece of shit.
Wow. I mean, if you're getting the weight loss gastric bypass stuff, just say you are. Don't be, oh, I've got cancer.
Yeah, I'm getting sleeved. It'll be like, good for you.
Oh my god. I
But
was too
instead, she's like,
embarrassed.
but
It's like
instead, she's gonna kill his whole family, dude.
yeah, it's like we can all tell you're fat. Like
Oh, here's another quote from her. I was ashamed of the fact that I didn't have control over my body or what I ate. A tearful Patterson said Wednesday. I didn't want to tell anybody, but I shouldn't have lied to them.
I
Wow.
mean, you shouldn't have put death cap mushrooms in our food either, but here we are. Oh my god.
Oh man, hold on. This takes a whole other fucking turn. Let's go. Wow. Here's the next here's the next paragraph. Patterson says she threw up her mushroom meal. The accused said she believes she was spared the worst effects of the poisoned meal because she self-induced vomiting shortly after her lunch guests left.
I thought originally the claim was made that she didn't eat the mushrooms.
No, it didn't say that.
Okay. So she ate them but then immediately threw them back up.
Now here's why she said she did. She had binged on most of a cake and then made herself throw up. A problem she said she had struggled with for decades.
I call bullshit in this entire thing. Going from the photo of her that we've seen, she is not a purger.
Patterson also said she believes she had eaten enough of the meal to cause her subsequent diarrhea. She then sought hospital treatment, but unlike her guests, she quickly recovered. At the hospital where her guest's health was deteriorating, her estranged husband asked her about the dehydrator she used to dry her foraged mushrooms, she said. Quote, "Is that how you poisoned my parents?" End quote, she said. Simon Patterson asked her.
So
So he knew, dude.
he's already suspecting before like they're even
That's why he
dead.
didn't go.
Oh man, I wonder if she's threatened shit like this before.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. He's probably like, you know what? You got real fat lately. And she's like, whatever. You want to leave? Go ahead. I'm going to kill your whole family, you motherfucker.
Man, that is crazy.
Hey, she did it, though. Damn near. Growing afraid she would be blamed for the poisoning and that her children would be taken from her, Patterson said she later disposed of her dehydrator.
Yeah, that'll help.
That's suspicious, very. She told investigators she'd never owned one and hadn't foraged for mushrooms before.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Well,
Even though you have family members that are still alive that can attest to the opposite.
yep. While still at the hospital, she insisted she'd bought all the mushrooms at stores, even though she said she knew it was possible that foraged mushrooms had accidentally found their way into the meal.
Well, how's that if she's not foraging? Oops.
She was too frightened to tell anyone, Patterson said. Also, later, Patterson said she remotely wiped her cell phone while it sat in an evidence locker to remove pictures of mushrooms she'd
Oh,
foraged.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's just that you remember that sandwich that KFC had for a little while called the Double Down?
Uh-huh.
This bitch quadrupled down.
Oh my god. Like, if the jury has to deliberate more than 5 minutes.
I know, dude. Oh, prosecutors argued in opening their case in April that she poisoned her husband's family on purpose. Although they didn't suggest a motive, she carefully avoided poisoning herself and faked being ill, they said. The trial continues on Thursday with Patterson's cross-examination by the prosecutors. If convicted, she faces a life in prison for murder and 25 years for attempted murder.
I
All
want to
right.
see what the verdict actually was. This happened long enough ago to where surely. Oh, nope. 2 days ago. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, this is still ongoing, boy. This was June 4th, 2025, hot off the presses, guys.
I really hate that a lot of these are locked behind paywalls.
Yeah. So do you want to go with yours, or do you want me to do my other smaller one and then you go?
I'll go and then we'll have you jump to your other
All
one.
right.
I don't think anything's topping the mushrooms. But we're going to try anyway with She Forgot. Florida woman allegedly hid several syringes and a bag of fentanyl, quote, inside her person, unquote. So, she was using her prison pocket, if you know what I mean.
I love how you fucking called it fentanyl. You sound like Count Drac when you said that. Not that Count Drac.
Give me the fucking fentanyl!
Jessica Reno, 34, stands accused of myriad crimes, including smuggling a controlled substance and possession of fentanyl, according to Flagler County Sheriff's Office records. The underlying incident was not drug-related at all, in fact, far from it. June 15th, Reno was pulled over for a mismatched license plate, allegedly assigned to a Ford car but affixed to a Chevy pickup truck, and the driver's side seatbelt was dangling near the door, so obviously she's not wearing her belt, and the plate's kind of a problem. Deputy wrote that such a seatbelt is consistent with the driver not wearing their seatbelt properly, and a traffic stop ensued. But the deputy said Reno appeared to be taking her time. Upon activating my emergency lights and sirens, the vehicle tapped on its brakes several times, but continued to proceed without stopping for approximately 30 seconds, despite having several safe, lit areas to pull over. Upon making contact with the driver, she said that she was on the phone, was talking to her daughter, which is why she didn't immediately pull over. Yeah, that's not really a good reason. I then
that's a good
inquired.
emergency.
Yeah, listen, I'm too busy to deal with you. Phone conversation, you can wait. Inquired if the female was a registered owner of the vehicle. She said yes, while attempting to get her driver's license. She stated that she actually didn't have a driver's license and has an upcoming court date regarding her driver's license suspension. We're off to a fun start.
Wow, yep. She's a sovereign citizen.
Mm-hmm. The traffic stop allegedly confirmed the license plate was on the wrong vehicle, that Reno was driving with a lapsed registration without insurance. When asked about her seatbelt, she said she was in a hurry. After having her Miranda rights read, Reno allegedly admitted she was aware of her suspended license and had an upcoming court date after previously being caught driving. So it's her first time. She said she used her friend's license plate after her own license plate blew off her truck.
What?
So, for anyone who's ever installed a license plate on their vehicle, they're usually mounted pretty securely. Usually with a minimum of 2 screws, sometimes 4. But that's not the fishy part of this case, though. Upon placing Jessica under arrest, a female deputy was requested to perform a search incident to arrest. During that time, it was explained to Jessica that if she had any contraband on or inside her person, she would face additional criminal charges if it was located at the inmate facility. So Rena was booked into the local jail That's allegedly when and where the drugs were found. The booking deputies discovered a black sock tucked into the area of Jessica's vaginal cavity. Within the black sock, deputies located 6 capped syringes and a bag of white powdery substance. She claims it was fentanyl whenever they questioned her about it. So,
Wow.
Genius here decides to make some fish-flavored illegal drugs, apparently.
Yep, I know what a pink sock is, but I never knew what a black sock was now, but I guess I do.
Apparently, a black sock is still able to get you bonded out with $11,500 bonds posted.
That's
I would.
crazy.
It's amazing that she left the house like that. Or do you think that's why it took her so long to pull over? That she was tucking everything in.
I don't know, man. That's a good question. You know, like literally if I ever even thought about it where I was getting pulled over by a cop and I had something illegal on me, if that was the case, my last thought would be I'm going to put this up my ass.
Right. It's like I'm gonna throw this under my seat, and then if the stop goes smoothly, he won't notice it. Like my thought is not gonna be, you know what, prison pocket.
Yeah, my thought is going to be swallow it or something, like not
Yeah,
up my ass. Nothing's going up there that fast. That's impossible.
maybe she was wanting some Big Blue. I don't know.
Or maybe her shit's loose. I don't know, man. There's no way of knowing. There's so
If it
many
wasn't
variables.
before, it is now.
If it wasn't before, it is now. Once you open them gates, man, that's it.
Oh man, she crammed that big black sock up there. Big black sock.
She sure did.
Pronunciation's important. So that was my best attempt. What's your second one for today? Well, while we are giving Grim his moment, we do have some comments on our flying the JJ hidden drugs lady. Jessica is not a very bright drug runner. In fact, she's just all around dumb and stupid. I wonder how repulsive is that? I wonder if someone that stupid removed the needles from the syringes, or if it's poke, ouch, pull back, stick, ouch, back up, push forward, ouch, stick, pull back.
Damn, they were brutal. They were letting her have it.
Oh, come on, guys. It was merely an anti-Florida man rape prevention kit she stuffed up there. Florida, where men get turned on by women packing fentanyl in their hoo-haws. And we are getting ready to start with Grimm's next story.
Yes. A hungry wild elephant raids a grocery store in Thailand for snacks.
I saw this! Yes!
There's literally a video of it, and we'll post the links for all of our stories in the show notes, so you guys can look them up and see and read for yourselves.
The elephant was huge. Of course it is. It's an elephant, but you gotta see it.
Yeah, it is really cool. This one is brought to us courtesy of the Bangkok Associated Press. And it starts with this. A hungry wild elephant caused havoc in a grocery store in Thailand on Monday when he strolled in from a nearby national park and helped himself to food on the shelves. I just love the idea of this whole thing. It's amazing.
He's wanting that big red.
You know, it's crazy. There's tons of videos of birds and stuff like that coming and stealing chips, or cats stealing stuff from convenience stores. It's amazing how animals are.
Yep, they are constantly going. And I remember seeing one. It was a goose, and it had the automatic sliding doors in the store. The goose just walked right in, grabbed a bag of chips, walked right back out with them.
Mm-hmm. That was epic, man. You can't beat that. That dude was aura farming for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Videos of the incident showed the huge male elephant known as Plai Bieng Lek briefly stopping in front of the shop located next to a main road near the Khao Yai National Park in northeastern Thailand before ducking his whole body inside. The elephant stopped in front of the shop's counter, calmly snatching and chomping snacks, and did not flinch as the national park workers tried to shoo him away.
He was hungry.
Hell yeah, dude. He's like, man, I don't gotta hunt or shit. I just walk straight up to this place. They got my favorite banana chips, dog. This is dope.
Well,
He's
yeah,
like,
and on
what the
top of
fuck y'all
that,
trying to ruin my vibe for?
it's an elephant. What are they going to do?
Yeah, no kidding, right? The elephant later backed out of the shop, still holding a bag of snacks with his trunk. He left little damage behind except mud tracks on the floor and the ceiling of the shop.
Well, at least they're
I
mud
just love
tracks.
he's got to leave mud. He's got to track mud. This is such a classic elephant thing to do.
Yeah, at least they're only mud tracks, unlike the chick in the previous story. She's got some other tracks on her.
Not yeah, possibly on the inside too.
Ooh,
In a
pokey.
video posted on social media, Camploy, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. The shop owner appeared amused as she described the moment the elephant rifled through her shop. She said he ate about 9 bags of sweet rice crackers, a sandwich, and some dried bananas she had bought that morning. Hell yeah, dude. He like had a whole like rounded breakfast. He had bananas, a sandwich, and some sweet rice crackers. Hell yeah.
He'll be
Employee
back
said
soon though. He's a big boy.
yeah, he needed every bit of that, dude. Employee said the elephant left without hurting anyone after getting his snacks.
Well, that's good.
Yep. Okay. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. A volunteer park worker familiar with the elephant said Ply Bing Lek, who is about 30 years old, is a familiar sight in the area and has been known to enter people's houses in search of food. This was the first time he had seen him going into a grocery store. He's like, man, where the fuck y'all getting this shit from? I gotta go to the source, dog. And he
Hell
did.
yeah.
He fucking went right to the source, dude.
You know now that the elephant knows it's there, he's coming back.
Dude, he's gonna come back and he's gonna up the ante, dude. Like this
More.
time I want 16 of them sweet rice crackers.
Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna stop me?
Mm-hmm. After he left the shop, he went on to open a bedroom window of another house.
Not done yet.
Hell no. He's like, what y'all got in here for me? He's shaking this whole area down.
Get that optics off your head. What are you doing?
And I said wild elephants in the Khao National Park area have been coming out of the woods to ransack people's kitchens for many years. But this year, he has started seeing them going into more random places to find food. There were an estimated... Well, go ahead.
They're cutting down all their food sources. They're, cutting down the forests and everything. Homie's got to eat. You invade
that's
my
true.
area, I'm going in yours.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't blame him none. There were an estimated 4,000 wild elephants in Thailand in 2024, according to the Department of National Parks, Wildlife, and Conservation. As farmers push into forests for agriculture, elephants have been forced to venture out of their shrinking habitats in search of food, leading to confrontations that can turn deadly.
Oh, well, that would kind of suck.
That's it for that one. Kind of a little bit of a bummer, but still a cool story nonetheless.
All right. Well, my last one for our commercials, we had brought up that they had like kind of the hair rock and roll kind of sounds to it. And what bigger hair rock band can you think of than Motley Crue? It's like Motley Crue was like during that Poison era where, in my opinion, the music took a back seat to appearance, but they were huge back in their day. So they had a hit song called Home Sweet Home, and they have redone that song. I thought they had re-recorded it, but they actually did not after listening to it. But song has been re-released with country singer Dolly Parton doing backup vocals. which Dolly is 79 years old right now. She actually does sound pretty good on it, but they did this horrible thing where it's literally her just singing along in the background with the original release. They didn't like redo the song or anything.
Wow, go figure, man.
Like, I thought it was going to be kind of interesting because a year or two ago, Rob Halford from Judas Priest was on stage with Dolly Parton, and they had done some work together on the song, and it turned out pretty good, and it was, original, and it was done live. Whereas this is just the laziest way of doing it, where they literally ripped the song right off the record, the original song, and had Dolly sing in the studio with it, instead of all of them getting together in a studio and actually re-recording it. But there we have a picture of Dolly Parton at 79, which there's a lot of plastic on that lady.
Arguably not better than 69, but go ahead.
Like I said, there's a lot of plastic on her. I'm pretty sure if you threw her in the water, she'd float.
Probably, man.
Wouldn't have any issues there. But the track appears on the upcoming single collection From the Beginning. It launches on September 12th, but you can listen to it right now on YouTube. And as I said, it's literally the original release with Dolly doing some backup vocals. So kind of a major disappointment for any.
Have you listened to the last few concerts Motley Crue did? They were horrible, dude. That guy cannot sing.
Oh, have you seen the videos online of the translated lyrics that he's trying to sing?
Oh, that's why I said. That's why I said Big Mac 103 in my honk. Wow.
My honk.
So high, almost peed. Big Mac 103.
Yep. Vince Neil has sadly let himself go. I would honestly say that Dolly Parton's vocals have held up significantly better than Vince Neil's has. And that's coming from a guy that listens to a lot more rock and metal than he does listen to country.
That's sad that they took the lazy way out with that whole thing, But then again, like I said, it's not like that guy literally could never sing and will never sing. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I was really hoping for a redo, and instead we've got Dolly acapellaing over the studio version. It was such a bummer. It's kind of eye-catching, though, to see those two names. Kind of like how it was eye-catching to see her with Rob Halford, but at least the Rob Halford one, they were live. So, they're actually performing together, whereas this is the equivalent of her singing along to the record.
Yeah, that's true. Dolly Parton's one of those weird things to where it's like, she's been featured in a lot of stuff, but as far as her original songs go, not too many people know them. But her samples and stuff is great. One of my favorite rappers, Brooks Buford, samples her, and it's amazing.
Well, I think part of that is because she hasn't had a popular solo release in some time, but her solo work was really, really huge in the 80s. I'm sure you remember 9 to 5.
No, I can't say I do.
Literally a movie.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, there was literally a whole movie released about that song, of which Dolly Parton was in a starring role. Delta Dawn was another huge one that she had back then. Yeah, her 70s and 80s output was very, very huge back in the country world. Of course, she was on a lot of the country shows at the time as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if you remember Hee Haw or not.
Yeah. I was told about that one. I wasn't old enough, but I know about it.
See, my grandmother watched it, so I have some very, very faded memories of it, but I remember Dolly being on that show quite a bit. So it's just surprising to see her still active at 79 and honestly not sounding bad considering the circumstances. Heck of a lot better than Vince Neil sounds.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the difference between talent and not talent.
Maybe that's why they went with the studio recording, because he can't do it anymore.
I don't think he ever could, dude.
I mean, he worked well with what he had in the 80s. I'll give him that. He wasn't the most talented singer, but with what was there, he did all right with it for their first 3 albums or so. After that, it all went in the toilet. Definitely
Eat it
not
with
a
a ham head, eat a dog.
definitely couldn't touch like the Rob Halfords or Bruce Dickinsons of the world.
No, not at all. Rob Halford, man. Wow.
Yeah, that guy, the fact that he's still doing what he does in his I believe he's like 74 now, I believe.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he can still put a pretty good live performance out.
Dude, what is 7-Up cake?
Well, 7-Up cake is a type of cake that's buttery dense and made in a bundt cake pan. I have no clue why that's coming up here, but there we are.
But here we are.
Like Dolly Parton and 7-Up cake. I can't think of a better way to close this episode out.
Likewise, thank you everybody for listening. Oh boy.
And if you're going to play Simon, for the love of God, get the original, not the optics. And if you have a spouse named Simon, don't try to murder him.
Yep, or his family with death caps. All right. Bye everybody. Bye-bye.